Hi everyone, welcome to another Tay Township Public Library craft. Now this craft was created by Courtney, who works out of the Port McNichol branch, and I'm going to be sharing her step-by-step photos as well as a little video where I can show you how to make this bracelet. So this bracelet can be referred to as the 3 threads bracelet. So it means you're going to be weaving 3 threads together, and it is a very simple design and is easy to follow instructions, so anybody of all ages can try it. It is very forgiving, so if you happen to make a mistake, you can just unweave it and go back to where you didn't like it and continue on from there. And you can also tighten up the loops as you go and adjust them at the end. But if you like the way it is, you can embrace the variances and the uniqueness in your bracelet. And again, we'd love to see how it turns out. So send us your photos to Library at Tay. So this is the bracelet that I have made in the video. So it's got 2 beads and it's got the 3 colors and it is woven. It's gotten a little twisted there. And it's weaved together with 3 different colors. All right, so your kit's gonna have different colored yarn, but just follow the same instructions and make sure you're using the longest strand to weave in and out of the different colors. All right, let's get started and have fun. Take your yarn out of the bag and choose 3 pieces, one being a longer one. Line them up and tie them all together in a knot with about 4 inches from the end of the yarn. Fasten the threads to your work surface with a piece of tape, or alternatively, you can stick a safety pin through the knot and attach the safety pin to a desired working surface, like a cushion. Lay the threads out with the longest thread, which is purple in the example, on the far right. Weave the purple thread over the pink thread and under the green thread, and then over the green thread and under the pink thread as shown. Hold the pink and green threads. Pull the purple thread gently so the loop you have made slides tightly up to the knot at the top. Continue repeating steps 2 and 3 until the bracelet is long enough to fit around your wrist or ankle. Hold the threads tight and straight as you are weaving, or the bracelet will become crooked. It might be easier to tape the 2 shorter pieces, in the example of pink and green ones, to the table at the bottom to hold them tightly. Make sure to leave about 4 inches of yarn at the bottom of your bracelet, as you did at the top, in order to leave plenty of space for knotting and tying your bracelet together at the end. Tie a knot and thread a bead onto the end. Tie another knot to hold the bead in place. At the opposite end of the bracelet, thread another bead onto the end and again tie a knot to hold that bead in place. Tie both ends of the bracelet together with one final knot pulling tightly. Trim any uneven or long threads with scissors. Okay, so feel free to either follow along to this part of the video or the pictures that are closer up, but I'm just going to show you the motion of weaving the thread between the other ones or yarn. So I've set this up, so remember to tie your knot up at the top, up a couple or 4 inches from the top of the yarn, and then secure it with a piece of tape up here. Sorry, you can't see it, it's just above my camera angle, so up here. So there's a piece of tape. And then bring them down, and I find it a lot easier, your 2 shorter strands that came in your kit, to secure those with a piece of tape too, because then you can get it nice and tight and straight. But again, you can make it how you want and how loose you want. It's all up to you. So to get started, you're going to take your longest piece, which is in the instructions is purple, and then you're going to bring it over the pink and then under the green and pull that up and then pull it all the way through. And then again, you're going to go over the green and go back and under the pink. And then pull that up. You don't want to be too tight because you still want to be able to see the green and pink yarn. So, and then pull that up. And you can see it sort of looks like a braid, and you go back over the pink, under the green, and then over the green and under the pink. And you can see it's starting to look like a braid, but a little bit different. So keep doing that until the bracelet is as long as you need it to be to go over around your wrist or your ankle, or your mom's wrist or ankle, or your best friend, if you want to make it a friendship bracelet. And then just keep going So again, over the green and under the pink and over the pink and under the green. And then just keep doing that until you get it as long as you need. Okay, so fast forward, I've got enough that I think I can go around my wrist. So we're going to go ahead, hold on to your purple strand so it doesn't unravel, and take the tape off the bottom. And then you can tie a knot with all 3 strands at the end of your bracelet. So just wrap it around your finger, bring it around the back, and then pull it through to tie a knot so that it all stays together. There we go. And then you can go ahead and take it off the table up here. All right, so now you can see, let it get focused. There we go. You can see it's a little bit different. It's not the same all along. You can play with it. You can space them out if you want. So now what we're going to do is add the beads on. So what you do is you thread the beads on all 3 of the strands on one end. There you go. Oh, this my thread's a little thinner. I didn't use yarn. I used thread, or embroidery thread. So what you might have to do is take one of these. If your yarn is a little thin, what you can do is take one strand and feed it back through very carefully so that you can tie it in place. Kind of created a little loop around it. Tie it like that, and then tie another knot to keep the bead in place so it doesn't fall off. There we go. I got one bead on, and then you're going to go ahead and do that on the other end. So I've gone and put a bead on both ends of my bracelet. So next what you're going to do is tie it around your wrist and then tie these 2 ends together, and then you can trim the extra. You might need help from somebody to tie a knot. I'm not that handy, so I can't reach to do it. Or what you can do is tie a knot and then tighten it once it's on your wrist. So we'll tie it like shoelace and tie it again. And then after you've got it the right length, so don't tie it too tight, slip it over your hand. There we go. Then you can tighten it up and trim these extra pieces off if you've got it the right length. So there you have it, your 3-strand craft bracelet. Thanks everyone for tuning in for another Tate Township Public Library craft. And again, share your photos. We'd love to see how they turn out. Just send them to library@tay.ca.